What is up, you guys? The last time I left you, we did the entire railing. I still have all my bins to take out. I have to clean up this kitchen. Yes, we are redoing our kitchen. Here's a little sneak peek of the samples of everything that we're doing. I'm so excited. Yes, we're doing green. Are you surprised though, really? Everything I do has green in it, so there's no shock. But I'll keep sharing all of the kitchen progress. We plan to completely renovate this entire kitchen and dining room space, so I'm really excited about that. Before we started decorating though, I had to clean and organize a little bit because things were getting out of hand. It was kind of crazy. Cleaned up the dining table. What you just saw is maybe what you think you just saw. We can't talk about it. We don't speak about the holidays until the holidays happen. So here's what I decided to do. Obviously, the summer stuff had to come down off of the bar cart. This is all of my, I kind of do the same theme every year. I do like a limoncello Italian style kind of theme. Also, Carl wanted to come outside. It was a beautiful fall day. I know I say this in every video, but it's kind of mesmerizing. This is our first fall in this house. We moved in officially on November 1st. So I've never seen all the fall colors, and there's new colors every single morning. And I know that I'm nerdy, but I just love it and it's beautiful. So I opened up the door so I could get some fresh air, took off all the limoncello, Italy, lemon summer themes. They had to go out into their summer bin so that we could do a Halloween crazy bar cart. So I've been adding some greenery to the bar cart since we've moved in, which I kind of love, and I wanted to stick with that for this theme. But as I was doing this, I started to think of the renovations that were about to go under with the kitchen. I don't want to share too much because I don't want to give things away before we, I don't know, unveil it. But the bar cart's not going to stay there. It can't. There's going to be something that is pretty large that's going to be exactly where that bar cart is. So I can't have it there. But we were supposed to have a little coffee bar area in this exact spot. And I just kind of looked at it and I thought, instead of having one built, I could put the bar cart that my little brother built for me. And it fit. It's like it was meant to be. It fit perfectly. So if you guys don't know, my little brother built that cart for me. So I will never get rid of it. I love it. Before we started, I had to feed all the birds. So we have Dale and Freddie, the chipmunks, and then I have the birds, and I have this blue jay that visits me every morning. But we also have Delilah. Listen, I love all the animals, but Delilah is a peach. She is a raccoon. This is raccoon proof. She will not get to the seeds. I'm determined so that my blue jay can have his seeds in peace without Delilah acting a fool. So I put on a good movie and I got to decorating the bar cart. So I figured we would watch something that maybe had to do with nature and, I don't know, like witchy vibes. And I thought Maleficent would be perfect because there's like all the forest friends and the fairies. And it's actually a really good movie. I really love it. And she's fierce. And fun fact, did you know that the little girl that plays Aurora, like the little toddler version of Aurora, that's actually Angelina Jolie's daughter because every little actress was so scared to work with her as Maleficent. Anyways, figured that was a cool fun fact, unless you already know, and then it's not that cool at all. So emptied out as many bins as we could. There was a lot, and I know I say this every single year, but it gets kind of overwhelming. And this year we purged as much as we could. I kept finding more man-eating plants, and I was like, Angie, what have you done? But it's okay, because that was the theme of the video. That's like my evil laugh as I'm decorating. That was the theme of the video. That's the theme of the bar cart, so it's okay. But I was just laughing every time I kept finding more plants. I'm like, you already bought these. Why did you keep getting more? Although they were all different. So I was just going through these trying to find any vines, any black moss, any green moss, any plants or anything that fit the theme, since everything now makes no sense because it was all for the last house. So I gathered together anything that had to do with like witchiness, vines, little cauldrons, anything that was black and green. So I also went color themed on this. You don't need to know my process, but I feel like sometimes it's interesting kind of seeing into my brain. I also had this broom that kind of rovers on its own. So I grabbed that. I figured that could go next to the bar cart. That could be really cool. The scary thing with this house that I mean, it's not scary, it's amazing, but everything looks better. The only thing that doesn't look better is any like cheapy, plasticky, kind of like tchotchke things. They don't work in this house at all. But a lot of the decorations, like I get away way easier with dollar store decor here. I don't know why. It goes really well. So either I'm just getting better at decorating or I'm just getting more creative. I have no idea. The house is absorbing and loving the Halloween festivities. So you can kind of see I tried to stick to a theme here. The color theme that I was going for was obviously a lot of black, touch of green, and then I liked the idea of having the red roses. So I had this red rose, you can see it on the floor there. It's from Bath & Body Works, actually a candle holder. Lots of skeletons, lots of man-eating plant roses, and just like that little hint of red I thought would be really, really cool. I had that eyeball thing. I knew I was going to do some green fairy lights. From last year, I did a Morticia's Garden on the console table behind our couch, and I loved it. And I did a lot of this last year. I think I actually did like a whole area in the kitchen too. Very Morticia's Garden. So we're going next level. I had gotten a couple new pieces also. I got a little kind of cake stand thing with a spider on it. Love that. The eyeball was front and center. The man-eating plant had to happen. Love that. And then it always just becomes a process. So if you've ever followed any of my decor videos at Easter time, I do a little grass setting on the top of the bar cart, which I think is very cute. I had these pieces of turf that I spray painted black. So you still kind of see the green protrude, but it's just giving much more dark garden vibes, which I kind of love. I think that what I was going for was a darker version, or yes, Morticia's Garden, but you know what's a really good example of this? Practical Magic, when she goes to that little garden. That's exactly what I was kind of going for. I would love to actually have one of those as a full-grown adult. I love that garden area that they have. I think it's like a greenhouse. It's so cool. So I utilize the windowsills as well. I love that about this house. I can add decor to all the windowsills. So fun. Those cages that I just put up there, dollar store. Cauldrons, I turned them around. So anything that had like the tacky kind of writing on it, which I didn't love, this one does, turned it around, all good. So I stuffed this one with all sorts of, you'll see, I had to really secure this guy down because he needed to be raised up higher. I've shared this tip in prior videos. If you're ever trying to decorate anything, go top, high, left to diagonally down right. So if you're doing a floral arrangement, if you're doing a bar cart, you want your height to be on the left and diagonally go down on the right. It appeals to the eye. You'll just like it more, I promise. One of the things I loved, I put my Spooky Things candle. It smells like musk and fog and just like a spooky night, but I put it under a candle warmer. It just added that little bit of ambiance. I had this moss rock pad that I got from Michael's, as well as this glass clutch. Love that. The rose, and then I've had these eyeballs forever. So if you're an OG, raise your hand if you've seen them before. This little guy, I think I got him at Marshall's, little black succulent. So lots of plants, lots of succulents, lots of black on green. I got this at Marshall's, again, turned it around because it had tacky writing on it, but look how cute. I think this was like a clearance find, but it's mesmerizing. It doesn't go on its own, but I love it. Dollar store skeleton, same thing, tacky print on one side, it doesn't go, but maybe turn it around. He didn't end up making the cut. You'll see, I took him out. He didn't make the cut. That is a bottle of the Dan Aykroyd Skull vodka. Emptied it out, filled it, obviously, drank it. Filled it with water, and then I did like a glitter spray on it. And then under that glass piece, I put the dollar store skeleton. You can make dollar store stuff look so freaking good. And then I had all these dollar store snakes that I got last year, spray painted them, some of them black, some of them I left them the same, black and gold, I think, some of them. And then I had that eyeball, lots of different plants, succulents, the black succulents I got from Michael's. These skeletons I got on clearance at Michael's. They had like the vines coming out of them, and I just added a couple of vines to them. Snakes, I kind of just draped them around. So I was really going for like the garden, the witchy garden vibes. I really think that, let's just call it what it is, maybe poison ivy-esque. I think it's my favorite theme. Maybe that's what I should maybe go as for Halloween. That would be good. So I draped a lot of this like black mesh around. It's not black cobwebs, they're like mesh. And then I loved all the little snakes. So I got like, I think like a 20 pack at the dollar store. Loved it. And then it just went perfectly with all the garden vibes of the movie. I loved it. And I just grabbed the ivy that I had from the summer, and for Valentine's Day I reused it. So I mixed in the greens with the blacks. Then I had these candles that I actually melted by accident because they were too close to the fireplace. The teddy bear skeleton is probably one of my favorite purchases of the year from the dollar store. I think he was $2 and I love him. I got 2 of them. I had these little beakers from Michael's. I think they still sell them. Those are from years ago, like OG Angie Halloween, when I still had no idea what I was doing and I didn't like, oh, I don't like goblins and ghouls and decorating with orange colors. That's literally what I used to say. I've become a whole other person. This little book nook was a DIY from last year. It actually lights up. It's so cute. And then I had these really cute martini picks. So the ones that are glass olives are from my childhood. My mom gave them to me last time I was over at their place, and I remember that she used to decorate with those in her china cabinet so that I could have them, and very special. And then I got these little skeleton metal ones off of Amazon that are all like different skeletons with like top hats and stuff. I mean, need, obviously. There's nothing else to say. I capped the top of that cauldron with that cake stand, just reused it from the summer, topped it with some bubbles. That glows in the dark. The lime green cobwebs, they're all glow in the dark. You can get them at the dollar store. And then some iridescent Christmas bulbs. And then some snakes. What else does one need in their entire life? Nailed it. It's so good. So then I turned on all the fairy lights, some little green fairy lights. I think I got like a 2-pack off of Amazon. Super easy. Draped them across the front. And then I just dimmed the light so I could show you guys. It's a whole vibe. It's so good. And just so you know, it's going to keep getting better because you know I'm going to add candles. I'm going to add more fairy lights. I do this every year. I'm never done until the very end. Some little pumpkins, all the glitter and the sparkle. So good. And then I turned on the candle lantern thing. You'll see that in a second. The eyeball actually lights up. Do you get it? It's at Bath & Body Works. I'm really sorry if it's sold out. It probably is. I got it in the middle of the summer because I knew it would sell out. I love it so much. And then the mesh, I did the vine down the side of the broomstick. So it just feels like a witch's lair. And then it kind of drapes over to the side where there's like the skulls. And then I have these little DIY potion bottles. That's from a previous video. Also, some empty gin bottles. This wicked gin. I thought that was cool. Emptied that out. Venomous plants and then some skeleton hands. Those DIY potion bottles. Again, the skeleton teddy bear is everything. I was going to paint him. I think he's iconic how he is. He's so good. And then the venomous roses. This is my little book nook that I made last year. It's a little Harry Potter inspired. Can you see all the details in there? So good. So good. Dead Man's Toes candle for my friend Ashley. It's a very special, very epic bark heart. Can I say, I think it's the best one I've ever done. So if you guys agree, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Make sure that you're subscribed and I will see you tomorrow for more kitchen decor. Thank you guys.